In Walla, I know it is still feeling really warm out there. It's kind of hard to believe that it's actually already fall.
Yeah, 97 is where we topped out today. We started off at 70, so that means our dew points are on the lower side. So in terms of South Texas fall, it's right on brand. We're starting off with drier air in the morning, but we are going to gradually pick up more humidity heading into later this week. So right now we have a nice view over downtown from our Lex Cam. Temperatures are in the 90s for pretty much the entirety of the coastal bend, except right along the coast. Those are likely upper 80s at this point. Heading into tonight, I think temperatures drop to about the 70-degree mark, give or take a few degrees, a little bit cooler inland as we have been the past few mornings. Clear skies continue through tomorrow afternoon, so a lot of sunshine. Make sure you've got your sunscreen on if you are spending a lot of time outdoors. 95 for our high temperature tomorrow, and it's actually going to feel like it. That's where that drier air comes in and definitely saves us. So that 95 tomorrow is not going to feel like 95 over the summer. 91 in Corpus Christi right now, pretty calm over the state of Texas thanks to dry air working into the Lone Star State. That is between high pressure to our west and the remnants of Helene that got sucked up into this bigger low pressure system. So again, as we've been talking about, drier air heats up a lot quicker and a lot easier than humid air. That is why we're still in those mid 90s, which is above average for this time of year. Usually we're around 90 degrees for our climatological high. Heading into midweek, our temperatures do drop a little bit as we start to see a little bit more moisture and slightly more cloud cover. We talked about that earlier at the top of the show. We're going to start to see slightly more cloud cover, more rain chances, and a little bit more humidity heading into this coming week. So high pressure hangs out over to our west over the Four Corners, as well as down by Florida, Cuba, and Hispaniola. That is what's going to help start to bring a little bit of that moisture into not only the Gulf of Mexico, but pretty much the entire Gulf Coast and coastal bend here. So that means you can see some of this rain creeping into our area with those afternoon temperatures closer to 90 degrees. And this does have to do with the tropics. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Our rain chances, you can see they're going up from Wednesday, Thursday into Friday and Saturday. We may need to raise those rain chances on Friday depending on what the forecast trend is looking like heading into tomorrow morning. So make sure you check out First Edition tomorrow morning and see what meteorologist Carly Smith has for y'all. Okay, so tropics, a lot going on. Since we last left you this morning, we have added Tropical Depression 12 here. It's got a 90% chance of developing into our next named system, which would be Kirk. As of now, we also have two other named systems, Isaac and Joyce, followed by another area of interest with a low chance of development. Pretty much anything from here over, we're not going to be too concerned about at this time. What we are keeping close tabs on is this area of interest here in the Western Caribbean into the Gulf of Mexico. It's a very similar area to where Hurricane Helene developed and eventually went up into the Big Bend of Florida. So we're going to keep close tabs on this one. Again, 50% chance of development over the next week, but 0% chance over the next 2 days. So this is likely to be a piece of energy spinning off the Central American gyre, much like Helene was. So we are, again, keeping very close tabs on it. That being said, this system has yet to develop, so there's still a lot of unknowns in, excuse me, in the way that this forecast could go. So if it goes to our south, we could see a lot more moisture coming into the coastal bend. That means higher rain chances for us, more clouds, and more humidity. If it were to track to our east like Helene or even like Debbie back in August, we would see drier air in the coastal bend. So drier air and lower rain chances, clearer skies. Here's what the Weather Prediction Center is putting out in terms of a forecast rainfall. You can see most of us not getting a lot. This very light green color right here, that's kind of a participation trophy in terms of rainfall, just 1/100 of an inch. So you can see we could see a little bit more closer to the coast where we're closer to that moisture if it does in fact make it to us. Another thing that we could be watching heading into this week with that disturbance coming into the Gulf is higher waves and longer wave periods yet again. So the rip current risk is going to be lower tomorrow and Tuesday compared to where it has been over this past weekend. But once we get into next weekend, we could see that rip current risk going back up. Tomorrow, 95, lots of sunshine with that variable wind still continuing. It's going to be light though, so not too much more humidity coming onshore from the Gulf of Mexico. Otherwise, we're just watching that rain chance heading into this coming week that's associated with that tropical disturbance.
Man, I'm happy to hear that we can limit the humidity a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That is very nice, very good news, and thank you.